Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the paradigm. A shift is in action. And before I say that there's like a real shift in action, let's talk about tomorrow. I won't be here on the channel, neither will Saturday V. But Dirk Madison will be, because tomorrow is at around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The first OC Revolution of 2025. And with that, we have a whole lot of action. The Fight Forever Championships will be on the line, and the winners of those matches will face our #1 contenders, Freddy Fazbear and Sakura, which is, they better be up to the task. The big thing, or maybe I'll let Dirk Madison do that. I know the information, but maybe Dirk will do it tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, so get ready for that. And your OC will be in the Hunger Games soon as well. So get ready for all of that thing, all of these things happening. It's going to be an exciting, start of the year. The first month is almost over, but we still got a lot of exciting things in store. So until then, I'm going to continue with the show. Just a quick reminder, because OC Revolution should be fantastic. A couple surprises in there. Let's see. Today, though, it is the Danganronpa Hunger Games. We are running fast food restaurants, and you know what? I felt like it was time we had like another one of the episodes where I'm like, let's just put together like a crew of X, Y, and Z. And so I sat down and I said, if I had to choose 5 spots in a fast food employment business, a manager who's working the drive-thru, who's working the grill, who's working the ice cream machine or fixing the ice cream machine, and lastly, who has the coveted front desk position. That's where I said, hey, let's figure that out, and I did it for every single one of the cast, and we will go through it right now. First of all, who's managing Trigger Happy Hamburgers? It would be Togami, of course. Of course it would be Togami. He would be the manager. Hina would be the one running the drive-thru. It would be a bright and preppy voice. Peppy, not preppy. I mean, a little, it's not, no, she's not really preppy, but she's definitely peppy. Voice, when you're going to the drive-thru, it's like, oh, well, you know what? My drive-thru experience was delightful. Kyoko, very serious and manning the grill. Chihiro is there to literally fix the ice cream machine. And of course, Makoto will have the coveted front desk position, because that's everybody loves the boy. You gotta have the boy up there. Danganronpa 2, goodbye, the hamburgers. Fuyuko's running this like he runs a mafia. Nekamaru would just jolt you with energy when you're going through the drive-thru. Teru, I would be unwise of us not to put anybody else from this cast on the grill. Let's be real, he's the ultimate chef. You're gonna sell out. You might have someone yelling at you at the drive-thru, but man, are those burgers gonna be delicious. Your chicken nuggies, peak. Kazuichi is gonna be fixing that thing, that ice cream machine. And of course, Mahiru will be working that front desk. Just a nice little, I feel like she would be the best one to say like, have a nice day, and she might actually mean it. Nagisa is gonna be running, because let's be honest, that's my employee of the month. He knows what it takes to run a business now. Genocide Jack is running the drive-thru. I don't know why I did that. I think I had Yuta and Genocide Jack switched in my notes. So actually swapped them, that's my bad. Yuta would run the drive-thru. Makes much more sense. Genocide Jack's running the grill. Makes much more sense. She might even flip the burgers with her scissors. That was going through my brain. Oh my gosh, Ultra Spare Grill is gonna be wild if those two swapped. Taichi's clearly fixing that that ice cream machine, and Komaru, who else? None better than Komaru for the front desk. Danganronpa V3, killing hamburgers. Or we could just say it's Maki Donald's, because she's the one running Maki Donald's, duh. Rantaro, I felt like I think there's a lot of good choices for drive-thru, but I feel like Rantaro would enjoy it, you know? Kurumi is there right in the center as well. She's the grill master, of course she's running the grill. Mew is gonna be fixing the ice cream machine, and you can work it while you sleep. And Kaito Now here's the thing. Kaito, I think, is the wrong choice here. However, Kaito running the front desk gives me Ed from Good Burger running the front desk, and I think I want that, and I think it'd be even funnier with Maki as the manager. So that's the existence that I want. That's the universe I want to live in. Munakata. Starting things off, running Danganronpa 3. The anime, Anna Hamburgers is gonna be running District 5. Great Gozu, I think the energy in his voice is very good for a drive-thru. Izioi, with his lady, I think they'll be, you know, schmoozing it up in the kitchen. He'll be flipping burgers and she won't be fixing the ice cream machine, but man, is the ice cream gonna be tasty when the machine does work. And Chisa, I think, is just the right choice for the front desk. She's gonna be like, you're gonna be leaving feeling great. With Chisa right there. And lastly, we got the Bears, which is, I was like, let's get Monokuma and 4 of his children. Which 4? I said the other 4 outside of Monosuke, because if I put him anywhere, he's going to, he must be upper management. I feel like Monosuke's upper management. Monodam, front desk, or it could be Monofony. I think those 2 were interchangeable. However, Monokid running the grill makes sense. Monofony, I think, would make the better ice cream. And I've kind of put her in the same vein of, look, Ruka might not be fixing that machine, but when it works, it's gonna bang. And I think the same thing from Monofony. And lastly, Monotaro will be running the front desk, because I think he just might be, you know, in general, the friendliest of the 3 outside of Monodam, but I need him in the other 2 positions. That is our game for right now. And before I ask you guys your comments, let me tell you. Chaos might reign, chaos might bang, as this wheel goes round and round like a record player will. Chaos reign today. Still not a hefty chunk yet, but you know, as the beat goes on, as the episodes go on, that chunk will increase and increase. And remember, Hina is here, Komaru is here. Chaos could reign anytime during the episode. Will it? Is the real question, or will it just reign right now? You spin me right around. No, not even close this time. I feel like the other 2 times that 3 times? The other times that we did the chaos rolling, it's been much closer. This time, opposite side of the board. Not worried in the slightest. Kamaru's like, I made a break for it. However, Hina is still watching. There we go. So let me know. First, second, third, which one of these, if you had to go to a restaurant and this was your crew, remember the order: manager, drive-thru, grill, ice cream machine, and front desk, which one are you going to? Which of these crews are you going to? I'll answer that in a second, but let me go over your things from last time. I'll give you a new question first. Well, I mean, I guess since the topic is fast food, I would say, what's your favorite fast food place? If you don't generally eat fast food, what would be your favorite fast food-esque item? Like a french fry, or a chicken nugget, or a burger, or if there's a specific kind of any of those things, or some sort of specialty item. Let me know in the comments. I'll answer those too in just a moment. First, let me get to your comments from last time, because there were some fun answers to the food hot takes. And I wanted to go through them, and my phone is actually charged today. So, we have a great opportunity. Or rather, I asked you about food hot takes. There were some interesting ones, and there's some ones that I do, and I wanted to touch on those as well. We have, at the start, let me see, Jags fan said, specifically Avia, I'm suing your store for the death of my girl. You can't prove a thing. Kuzu for the food hot take said, I don't know if soda counts for this question, but I'll say it anyway. Basically, I think every type of soda is disgusting and tastes like metal. That, I think, is interesting. I'm not a big soda buff, but like, you guys have seen this, when there's like a specialty soda around, I'll be like, you know what, I'll try it. But generally I don't drink sodas outside of like those instances. I'm more of a apple cider and water kind of guy. Oh man, Dragon Force Czar with the food hot take. There's several. I probably have that I can't think of, but based on the discussion on the Discord, I have one here. I dip my fries in any liquid you put in front of me. and maybe a few non-dipping liquids. Now hold on. Milkshakes, peak. Other things, there's a little bit of extra concern now. Cat bubbles. The food I eat, I think the way I eat cereal, rather, is kind of weird. I have a bowl of cereal and a glass of milk, and I alternate between putting the cereal in my mouth and drinking the milk. It stops the the cereal from getting soggy, which I hate, and my mouth isn't hurt as much by the hard cereal when I chew. Fair. I think I've done that before, and I will get to this, because there's another cereal one that I actually hard agree with. So this one, I don't like it. I'm not opposed to, because I think I've done it. I'm a very weird cereal eater too. Hot takes, I think the Fatsogami was underutilized. Oh, I forgot, there's a character one in here too. Let me scroll back down. Kuzu said, Hyoko, wish lived longer, had proper development at the start of, starting to get good at the start of chapter 3, was killed off anyway. I kind of agree with that. That's kind of unfortunate. Also agrees a little on Paimon. That people say Paimon's the worst, but Paimon's really not that bad. Let me see. Character for Cat. Alright, let's go character Dragon Force R. Kazuichi and Akane would be far more popular if they weren't portrayed as unlikable as possible in Danganronpa 2's main story. I feel like, yes. Kazuichi, I think, is redeemed more so in his hangout events, but if you kind of just go based on the story itself, you might not be leaning towards hanging out with Kazuichi, which is interesting. So I kind of agree with that. I like the both of those characters. Kat says, for character, I feel meh about Nagito and Kokichi, which I don't particularly adore or hate them, which I feel is relatively uncommon in the Danganronpa fanbase. That, I feel like, is true. You are either strongly in the camp of those two, or strongly outside of the camp of those two. There's not really any in-betweens for the most part. Sonic Gaming, hot takes, I think Fatsugami was underutilized, had more potential to be used in the Clash Trials, but we never got to see him. Yeah, he had such a cool ultimate, too. That we didn't really get to see in action. We got to see it a little bit in the anime, just like very, very briefly. But I think we missed out big time. Thunder food take is orange is a fruit. Just really sucks. Dang. Doesn't really taste good in the effort for eating it. I do get the effort part. I think if you have orange slices, it's fine, but like having to peel a whole orange, it kind of sucks. I agree with you on that part, but I do like oranges a lot. I do not like orange flavoring though. I'm with you on that. Character hot take, Marin was a big disappointment in Engage for me. I actually remember being excited about her pre-release, but after seeing her supports, I slowly grew to disdain her. And ultimately benched her despite how good she is. I was kind of the opposite. Marin was pretty dope. I like Marin, for real. And lastly, Lady Psychic. With the food hot take, I don't eat cereal much, but when I do, it's without milk. That is the one that I agree with. I don't know if I've had milk with cereal for real in the past decade. Anytime I've had cereal, and this might be a wild hot take, I will stick my hand. I will have my own personal box of cereal, and I'll just like eat it like a bag of popcorn snack, and I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, I eat it like a savage. Don't eat cereal often, but that's how I eat it. I think I have had cereal and milk on the side I think I had like a chocolatey cereal once, because I was like, oh, you know, this takes me back. And that's why I kind of agree with Kat. But usually like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I don't need milk with that. That's just kind of dope. Those are the comments. Let me know, and then answer the question from this time. Between these cast, I already told you, I would go for 4 because I think it would be the funniest option. I feel like for the rest of them, you have a good experience, but I feel if you go into District 4, you'll come out with a good story. Oh, man. There. Okay, I think we're good then. That's going. I said OC Revolution's tomorrow. Everything's going okay, swimmingly. Alright. Cool. Let's clock out. And let's start this episode. And the best way to start that is to Hey, it's my old, hourglass. I have a fantastic idea. I'm gonna resimulate. I'm gonna turn this thing around. As you can see, there's some sand at the bottom. I'm turning this thing around, and I'm gonna resimulate the entire time that it's going. In fact, let's go right now. Stare that thing back in the eye. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a whole lot of resimulations today, don't you know? Stare that thing right in the eyes. As you see over and over again, the sands of time continue to flow downward. Tick-tock they go. I don't know how many times we've resimulated. The amount of times that we resimulated has been lost to time. What will unfold? This feels like true chaos. The chaos continues to be unbound, unfounded. As every grain grows closer and closer to the end. Take this journey with me, and I swear you will come out of it wiser, more enlightened than ever. I'm going to have to restart the music, so I'm going to put this down and continue to resimulate, because I didn't think this was going to be longer than a minute. However, just think, it's almost done now. Look, as the grains slowly run out. You thought I wouldn't commit to this bit, but you should know better by now. If a bit is happening, your boy always commits to the bit. Resimulations galore are done. Alright, great. That bit is over. I have no idea how many times we resimulated, and that might be a first. So, let's start. We were simulated for probably about a minute and a half. I mean, you guys can actually tell the amount of time we simulated. If you do like a standard AV clicked, maybe 4, 5, 6 times a second, and then you can like do a basic math calculation to see on average what is the amount that you think AV clicked. I don't know if you could hear the actual clicks. If you could, maybe someone could get a real estimate. That being said, let's start this thing. As we proceed, the horn bearers, they stand on their podiums, and what do? I'll tell you what they do. They sound the horns. Horn bearers, do your thing. Secret events are in play. Let's get this show on the road as Muse shoves Kurumi's sword down her throat, her own throat. Goodness gracious, why would you do that to our grill master? That's your grill master! Oh man, Monokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto and Mahiru bury Nakamaru in the snow and leave him to die. It was snowing, and that's why you murder all snowmen. We gotta get that snow melting, you guys. Monica repeatedly stabs Genocide Jack to death with sighs. Rantaro runs away from the cornucopia. Hina ignores the game and goes looking for food. Doesn't rain chaos. Aruka and Munakata agree to kill each other last. Taichi attacks Monotaro, but Maki protects him, killing Taichi, tag team champion, out of this thing. Kyoko runs away from the cornucopia. Teruteru arrives at the arena. His memory is completely wiped. The sole thing he can remember is his name. Fuiko enters the arena, being skydiving. Chisa finds a book titled To Cook Chihiro, A Beginner's Guide. Chihiro's both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within this book. Komaru gets a kitchen knife. Monodam smashes a healing potion over Kazuichi's head, simultaneously damaging and healing him. Kaito is possessed by Asner of the 39th dimension. Watch out. Asner, where are you? Asner! You're possessing Kaito. Please give us a sign as to where you've gone. Give us a sign, Asner! I guess we don't get a sign. Gozu and Monofini fight for a bag. Gozu strangles Monofini with the straps and runs. Izue receives a trident from inside of the cornucopia. Togami stabs Yuto with a tree branch, and Nagisa runs away from the cornucopia as we proceed. It is day 1. As Mew's unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, Munakata spends the entire day walking around in shoes made of Legos. He is truly transcended beyond humanity. Ruka reminisces about Season 3. Aving confuses Komaru for Hilda. How? Well, they're both major champions, and they both have been in the past, you know. Hilda was a once AWE champion. Komaru is the current champion. For real, keep that in mind. Gozu finds a water gun, fills it with holy water, and fires it at Monodam, getting him wet. Chihiro chews too much gum and dies from horrible stomach pains. Oh no. Maki impales Nagisa with a machete. Double oh no. Bullying at Kyoko? Not cool, Kaito. Rantaro has some balloons, Fuyiko comes along and pops, then Makoto beats Monokid with a ladder. Mahiro gets so absorbed in chasing a butterfly she falls her right off of a cliff. Monokuma spears Chisa in the abdomen, Monotaro falls into a pit but somehow lives. Izioi draws a Among Us. Teru receives pancakes from AV, Hina does a sick kickflip, sick! And Togami uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Kazuichi, but the spell fails to work because there's nothing to suck out. We proceed, oh my gosh, we lost 10 already? Man. That's a third of the competition, isn't it? We had 30, right? A third of the competition, a very bloody start after this. Claire de Lune, 4. Karumi. Nakamaru. Genocide Jack. Taichi, Monofune, Yuta, Chihiro, Nagisa, Mahiru, Chisa. Well, what can I say except there are 20 people left already. Not how many people I expected to just disappear already, but I want you to keep in mind, Agent of Chaos still here. Komaru, the champion, still here. The highest odds that that event comes up are in the bloodbath and the feast. Higher odds in the feast that Hina could rain chaos if Komaru is still here. Will that happen today? I don't know. We'll see. She does still have opportunity to do it at any time. However, the odds are higher in the bloodbath and in the feast. Will it happen today? I'm not sure. Let's peek at the rest of the cast. I want to say Ultra Despair Grill's doing terrible. They only have their front desk worker. Komaru's about to be overworked. Goodness gracious. Everybody else has only lost like one competitor, I think. Except for Danganronpa 2, who's lost Mahiru and Nakamaru. Jeez Louise. We'll see if Komaru's able to do it because, wow. She's in trouble. She is all alone inside this pit of danger. As we proceed, Komaru and Hina die in Monokuma's test. Well, I don't think Hina is going to cash in on Komaru today. Togami and Kyoko are trapped inside of a box for the night. They decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Teru, Kaito, and Rantaro look for more people to become friends with. Ruka finds an Etch-a-Sketch and somehow breaks it in frustration. Monodam and Monokid have a pose off. Monokid wins. Mew finds a big old red button, pressed immediately as if she had a death wish. Much to her disappointment, the button doesn't do a thing. Kazuichi ships Gozu and Izioi. They're both incredibly uncomfortable. Monokuma relaxes by his fireplace. Munakata sings a romantic song to Maki. When the two lean in for a tender kiss, Munakata notices Fuyiko filming them, which makes Munakata kill Fuyiko in rage. Fair enough. Monotaro, stop it. Get some help. And Makoto starts a fire, hopefully not in the restaurant. And I start fire in the restaurant. We will go on. Actually, Ultra Despair Grills is completely out now that I just realized that. They were out at the start of the last night. Kazuichi receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Mew puts all of her faith into Atua. Rantaro gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the bike theme, which doesn't happen too often in this simulator. But you know, let's do it. 1, 2, ready, and... I think he do it like this, and then he goes like this, and then another one of these. And I know he uses the Macarena. I know I did the Macarena. I came out the womb hitting the Macarena. You better believe I did. Anywho. I'll keep it playing, actually. Kaito freaks out completely upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Munakata and Monotaro are singing in a tree. K-S-S-I-N-G. Monodam's phone rings. There's no caller ID. Who is this? It's me, Kyoko. Insulting him on the other line. Monokuma starts hanging out mistletoe in the arena, but Izioi swoops in, snaps that arm, burns that mistletoe. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Makoto? Not a lot, honestly. I think he's just good old Makoto. Dummy sometimes, I'll tell you what. But I like Makoto through and through for the most part. I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3. Sometimes his hope spiel makes me want to vomit. That's why Junko's the saint and he's just Makoto. Maki places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. The blast catches Ruka and Monokid in it as well. Togami asks for Teru's axolotl. Teru happily shows him an axolotl in a bucket. And Gozu exclaims, not the Naegius, for no reason in particular. There is still a Naegius still in, but we did lose one of them. In fact, we've lost another 5. That brings us down to 15 already. After this, Claire de Lune, 4. Hunger Games champion, Komaru. Hina, Fuyuhiko. Ruka, Monokid. And the beat goes on. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm certain that we're at 15. Yeah. And now let's actually go through everybody. We still have Togami, Kyoko, and Makoto. Very iconic trio remaining from Trigger Happy Hamburgers. Teru and Kazuichi still hanging in there from Goodbye. Good hamburgers. Good burger despair. That's the one. Ultra Fair Girls out of here. Maki Donalds is going strong, actually. They still only lost Kurumi. Danganronpa 3, the Anima Burger, the Future Foundation, Future, chicken tender, the chicken, the Fry Foundation, the Fryture Foundation. I don't know. That's what we're gonna do. Munakata, the Great Gozen, and Izuo still survive, and the Bears. Bears Burgers. We got 3. We still have Monokuma, we have Monodam, and Monotaro, the Pancake Champion. Let's proceed, and not start Claire de Lune again. With our final 15, we are close to the feast range. When we get it this time, it would still be a feeling like an early-ish feast, but would it happen? That's the real question. Night 2 sees Monokuma makes a hot stew for dinner before bedding down for the night. Maki has the whole world in her hands. She's got the whole wide world in her hands. Munakata is about to die, but Kaito says that doesn't count. Teruto sets out an explosive, taking out Monotaro. He's a goner. Izuyoi, Kazuichi, and Kyoko work together to make a shelter that Kazuichi is secretly rigged with explosives. When Izuyoi and Kyoko go to sleep, he sneaks out and blows that thing up. Goodness gracious. Makoto ships Rantaro and Gozu. Rantaro and Gozu are incredibly uncomfortable. Who got shipped before? A couple rounds ago? It wasn't these two, but I feel like it might have been one of those two. Monodam and Mew walk under the mistletoe. Monodam goes in for a kiss, but gets stabbed by Mew because nope, not interested. It's been a bad day for the bots, except for Monokuma, who had a delicious stew. And Togami has let him in to a fight. Togami gets clapped by that repairman. You better believe, when things break, you shatter. We are at the feast, and as the feast is here, the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Teruto and Monokuma get into a fight over raw meat, but Teruto gives up and runs off. Kazuichi decides not to attend the feast. Kaito invites the greatest of Gozus to an unforgettable luncheon while making steamed clams. Kaito sets the oven and therefore the house on fire, burning both Kaito and Gozu to death. It wasn't, you know what? a burger-themed event, which is kind of nice. Munakata decides rather not to attend the feast. Mew bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Makoto repeatedly stabs Rantaro to death with sighs. Rest in peace to the boy. And Maki decides not to attend the feast as well. I think we might be down to 5? Is that correct? We might have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have 6. Will that drop to 5 though as we go to the next round? Makoto holds Monokuma's head underwater, but Monokuma grabs his arm. Oh my gosh, pulls him into the lake with him. Oh, he's gonna drown him. But they're unable to kill one another, so they both simply swim away. Munakata advertises Fangon to Maki. Maki is impressed and checks it out. Teruto investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Teru clues. And Kazuichi sips on apple cider. We lost 9. I'll be real, it's been a real busy day for deaths. Which is kind of crazy, but it is also the final Claire de Lune of the episode for Monotaro, Izuyoi, Kyoko, Monodam, Togami, Kaito, Gozu, Mew, Rantaro. Alright, which gang is going to... oh no. Honestly, most of the managers still in, or I guess half of the managers are still in. And they're carrying on for their crew, which I think is kind of dope. Let's get into the logistics here as we say that it's time for you to make some new picks if your picks didn't do so well. And they would be known as your Saving Grace Picks. If you're new yonder here in the comments, this is the time where I get you another opportunity to make some picks in case your picks are stinky doo-doo. We have your final 6 competitors that happens within your top 10. And let me introduce everyone to you. Before you make those picks for first, second, and third, we have Makoto. Running the front desk, my man's the cashier. He is greeting everybody with a smile on his face and maybe getting a lucky penny or two. Will he be able to clutch up for Trigger Happy Hamburgers? For Good Burger to Spare, will it be Terry, the man who's been running this grill the whole time? He's been at peace in this establishment. Or will Kazuichi finally fix that ice cream machine? Only if he wins the game. Are you rooting for him to do so? We'll find out who wins shortly. Ultra Spare Gross, out of here. Maki Donalds is holding on for Maki herself. Will she be able to do this for Maki Donalds, for all of her lost crew? Running, I don't know, the Soda Foundation, the future, the Fanta Foundation, that's the one. We have Munakata holding on for the soda specialty shop that also sells other fast foods. The Fanta Foundation is looking to get the W. Will he do it for his team? He is the manager, and the last manager that we have here is still alive, Monokuma. All of his kids are dead, pushed him to the edge, but will he be able to carry on for them and run Bear's Burgers to the top of the charts? Let's find out. Those are your final 6. Make your picks first, second, third. I'll do the same. Let's see who I jinx. I gotta go with Maki Donalds. I told y'all that was my team from the get-go. I gotta stick with Maki for first. I'll take Monokuma for second because, you know, Junko's a saint, Junko, blessed be. And I'm gonna take Makoto for third just because he's lucky. He might accidentally win next round. That's how lucky man's is. For real. But I made my picks. Hopefully you have as well in the comments. And when you were scrolling down to the comments, did you hit the like button? Because you should. If you haven't, it looked like this, kind of, except maybe the other way. It either look like this or like this. And subscribe. It's your final 6. And Makoto, Teru, Kazuichi, Maki, Munakata, and Monokuma are all here staring across the arena at each other. Hearts beating in the same sync, with the same determination, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Let's see how this plays out. Final 6. Will it end next round? We see a lot of actually steamed hams things. And of course, my 3 characters are in an event together. And one of them perishes as Makoto and Maki are enjoying some steamed hams together. I did not boost the burger-themed events. So this is the universe just saying, yeah, we'll do these. Because we don't see these, honestly, too often. And somehow, someway, they've all been coming up today, so I'm kind of losing my mind. At the same time, Monokuma is getting burned alive by nearby Aurora Borealis. Teru attempts to find all the lore on Slugma Face and Munakata. And Kazuichi settle their dispute in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Who wins? Munakata. Kazuichi. We'll never know. Avi confuses Munakata for Hilda. How? Well, Hilda's brother, Holst, specializes in the sword. Munakata specializes in the sword. Holst has pink hair and is the brother of Hilda. That's how I got them confused, of course. Of course, you know how it is. Maki thinks everyone's a mastermind. Makoto sets up an ice cream stand. Teru joins as Makoto's rather faithful assistant, and Kazuichi receives medical supplies from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. We have lost the last of the Bear's Burgers. Can we get one quick, terrible turnabout for Monokuma? I mean, we don't really need to check on everybody's statuses. We can just say that there's 5 left. And within your final 5, Makoto, Teru, Kazuichi, Maki, and Munakata are all kind of what we like to call a little bit of it's a crisis of some sort. I think it's actually a crisis of fate. Final 5, advantage to Good Burger to Spare. Will they be able to clutch the victory? Next round sees Makoto feels himself developing a crush for Munakata. Kazuichi berates Teru for not protecting him better, and during the night, a tree falls on Maki's cap, pinning her to the ground. By the morning, she is dead. Alright, Makoto, you're my last hope. I even said your trigger word, Makoto, so you should be powering up right now. And next round, you're definitely not gonna die, right? He died. Well, yeah, I suppose that was inevitable. My jinx is inevitable. New year, new jinx. Makoto. Put cat ears on Kazuichi, he's so cute that it kills Makoto. Munakata's unknown sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends, and Teru mails AV some brand new socks. I appreciate it. I hope they have the padded bottoms because those are delightful. We are down 2, and all of my picks are gone. If we can make saving grace picks, I would, but we can't, so I will suffer with this terrible turnabout for Maki, Makoto. I think we resimulated too many times. I think that's what happened. It's because I didn't know how many times that we resimulated, so in my brain I couldn't like calculate. I couldn't use the synapses in my brain to connect all the times that we resimulated in the past and see who has the highest likelihood of winning when an X, Y, or Z or a multiple of X is look. I got bad luck with picks. That's what they call commentator's curse. We have Teru and Kazuichi. They have a 2 out of 3 shots, 67% chance or 66.6 repeating percent chance of winning this game, but who stands in their way? The man from the Fanta Foundation is still a crisis of fate. Will the manager pull it through for his shop? Will Teru grill on? Or will Kazuichi finally fix the ice cream machine? We will proceed to see. It is down to a good burger to spare. They definitely win. As Kazuichi wants Ava to give Sayaka a chance, and Teru decapitates Munakata with a sword. Well, I'll be. We're about to end this thing. And I get to ask you who. Will it be Kazuichi? Teru. Good burger to spare. I think when I said that, the universe might have put them over. And maybe in my heart when I said good burger to spare, I knew that I wanted them to win. So maybe it wasn't my jinx. It was the power of my love for the good burger, home of the good burger, can I take your order, that brought them to this point. And they're here together. Will it be Kazuichi, Teru, both, or neither? Both held on strong for their restaurants. Without a doubt, a good burger to spare is now canon. We know Fuyuhiko runs it. A man who's had a slingshot in a hand, an eye patch over his eye, and most notably, now a restaurant owner, a franchisee. Congratulations to him. However, it was his employees who got him here, so who's gonna win it for him? Will it be Teru, Kazuichi, Teru, both, neither? Only one fate exists when we click proceed, and the timeline that we live in. The truth of the matter is, Teru dives into a pile of plushies. The plushies prove too much for Teru, and he drowns. Kazuichi just did the impossible. He fixed the ice cream machine. I didn't think that was possible. We'll proceed. We have one final terrible turnabout, and everybody ice creams on on Kazuichi after this terrible turnabout 4. Munakata, Teru. Well, what else can I say? We'll proceed. You know who won. Your winner, and deservedly so. He hung in there for Good Burger Despair. He is a man who walked through this game, his head held high. He was wrenching at that ice cream machine for moment after moment until he was finally able to pull down the lever and taste the sweet ice cream of victory. Kazuichi takes the win. Ah, Good Burger Despair. What a world we live in. It's real now, you guys. Good Burger Despair is canon. Congratulations. Maki Donald's now has competition because Good Burger Despair, they cooked today. Kazuichi won the game, saved the restaurant solely thanks to fixing the ice cream machine. Somehow very popular, still in the middle of winter, in the middle of a deep freeze in the United States and surrounding areas. Kazuichi takes the W. Teruteru in second place, Munakata third, Makoto fourth, Maki fifth, Monokuma sixth, Rantaro 7th, Mew 8th, Great Gozu 9th, and rounding off your top 10 was Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars. And that's our game. We'll do a scroll just a little bit down because now we can see everybody. Kurumi was out first. I do wonder what section of each one was out first, because clearly the ice cream machine folks were the winners. Kurumi was on grill. Teruteru was also on grill, so it wasn't the grill folk. Munakata was a manager, so it's between drive-thru and the front desk, but lo and behold, Makoto was the front desk. So drive-thru was out completely first, but not by much. I think the drive-thru for you guys was actually Rantaro, correct. So nobody, I was gonna say, within our top 7, we still had one from every, like, grouping. So good on them. Nice spread, but all in all, most notably, nice win for Kazuichi. Hina and Komaru going down in the same event was poetry. We will, however, proceed one more again. Muse shoved Kurumi's sword down her own throat, and it all ended with Teruteru diving into a pile of plushies. How many KOs did Kazuichi have? I didn't pay attention to that, actually. 3. It was not pacifist in the slightest, but a win is a win, as the people say. District 2 won, but we know them now as Good Burger Despair, and they took the victory forever. Kazuichi, Teruteru, Munakata, Makoto, Maki, that's your top 5. Maki had 4 KOs, Kazuichi 3, Makoto with 2, Mew with 2, Teruteru with 2, Avernus with 1 or none, and that is the story of Good Burger Despair. That's all she wrote. Until next time, and until tomorrow for OC Revolution. Some shenanigans and fantastic things will be going on, so get excited for it. Who will walk out as champions at the end of the night? I'm unsure. But we'll go back to the reaping one more time to get a good look at our Good Burger Despair cast. Fuyuhiko, Nekamaru, Teruteru, Mahiru, and of course, fixing that ice cream machine and ensuring their victory. It's your boy. Congratulations to him. And one more time, I like to end it as we go into a major live event. OC Revolution once again is tomorrow. So get excited, get ready, and good luck to Dirk. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.